A week of hope and negotiation has ended in temporary retreat for the Turnbull Government's company tax plans. But it's not game over yet. The Finance Minister's vowed to keep wrestling the Senate crossbench for the votes he needs to cut the tax rate for all companies and to try again after Parliament's winter break. Political editor Andrew Bowen.
Morning.
Morning. Some paths require longer navigation.
More and more Australians are coming on board with our plan to strengthen growth.
That was his good news. The bad, not enough are on board where it counts, the Senate.
That is why we have decided to defer consideration of the legislation until after the break.
By which time voters in 5 electorates across 4 states will have had a say.
The by-elections will be a referendum on who has the better plan for a stronger economy and more jobs.
Rival plans, which on the Labor side are subject to Bill Shorten's surprise declaration on Tuesday that locks the ALP into reversing $20 billion of tax cuts for medium-sized businesses.
We've had many conversations.
Were you consulted before that particular announcement?
Many conversations
but before he went out and answered yes, were you consulted, Tanya Plibersek?
I've had so many opportunities to make my views clear.
In any case, she says, what's to talk about?
Honestly, we have been clear all the way along that we do not support tax cuts for the big end of town.
That's what they're saying. Top end of town, a business with a turnover of between $10 and $50 million is at the top end of town.
Countered by Labor's assertion that the government's retreat on its tax plan was suspicious and strategic.
Will the government reveal the details of its secret deal with One Nation before the July 28 by-elections or after them?
But why would anyone think that Pauline Hanson might change her mind on the company tax?
I haven't flip-flopped. I said no originally, then I said yes, then I have said no, and I've stuck to it.
We never discuss negotiations with the crossbench. We don't. We have found that the most important thing to do when negotiating with other members of Parliament is to treat them with respect, and that's what we do.
The government goes into the winter break in better shape than it might have predicted. For once, Labor's on the back foot, and Bill Shorten will move to explain his position on company tax as early as tomorrow. The 5 by-elections in a month's time will provide some indication as to the wisdom of his captain's call. Andrew Bowen, ABC News, Canberra.